Everyone has crazy Goa stories, but walking 20 kilometers along the beach throughout the day with a step count you'll never believe is probably not one of them.
The idea of the beach walk first struck us when we were at Fisherman's Wharf. We were browsing through the map of Goa, especially the southern stretch near Benaulim where we were staying, and we saw this long, unbroken stretch of sand towards the southern part. And I thought it would be fun to walk along that stretch of sand and see just how far we could go. At the start of the trek, we thought we could walk for about an hour before having to turn back. Google had told us so. So we walked along the shore for an hour and then another. But the beach just stretched on. The sand was soft and easy to walk on, and the stiff sea breeze made us feel surprisingly cool and dry. So we walked on. Far in the distance, we could see the hazy outline of some mountains. Could we really go that far? We had been walking for close to 4 hours now through largely deserted stretches of the coast. The ham and cheese sandwich I'd eaten for breakfast had long been digested. The only company we had was of our own shadows and a couple of crows looking for food just like us. June is off-season, which meant most beach shacks had wrapped up their affairs before the monsoons hit. For miles ahead of us, there was just sea and sand. We had almost given up hope of finding any food when we discovered this tiny shack, aptly called Traveller's Inn, where we were served a delicious meal of prawn curry rice, calamari, and chilled beer. By this time, we had crossed the beaches of Benaulim, Trinity, Varka, Fatrade, and reached Carmona. Carmona Beach was both beautiful and frightening at the same time. The fierce midday sun had drained it of all color, and the sea looked a silver grey, glittering under the sunlight. There were no resorts along this stretch at all. No beach shacks, no people, no birds, and no animals. Just us and the ocean. The last stretch of our walk was undoubtedly the most beautiful. Carmona Beach merged into the more popular beaches of Cavalosim and Mobor, finally leading up to Betul. The mountains were now visibly closer. There was no turning back. We both knew we wanted to reach our destination before sunset. After what seemed like an eternity, we saw signs of life. 2 dogs were on their beach walk, just like us. I sat down in the water, allowing the waves to splash over me before continuing on our last lap. And finally, here we are at Betul. The mountains that seemed so hazy at the start of our journey were right in front of us. This is what we came for. Or was it for the journey?